Tygo, Netflix unveils Korean-led expansion of the Extraction universe with Don Lee, Blackpink's Lisa, and Jin-uk. Netflix has officially pulled the curtain back on Tygo, the newest entry in its Extraction universe, and the franchise is taking a sharp, muscular swing into Korean action cinema. Don Lee steps in as the title character, with Jin-uk and Lalisa Manobal joining him for what looks set to be a distinctly Korean chapter in a series that has so far given us two Chris Hemsworth actioners. A new corner of the Extraction universe, with a Korean heartbeat. The Extraction films have carved out a space as Netflix's go-to adrenaline rush, so the streamer widening the universe through Korean filmmaking marks a notable shift. As Netflix has announced, this time the spotlight lands on Tygo, a former child soldier turned mercenary who embarks on a revenge mission through Korea's underworld after a mission gone wrong. It's a premise already steeped in grit, but Netflix isn't pretending this is just another spin-off. They're folding in a very different sensibility, and they've stacked the cast accordingly. For Don Lee, Tygo marks both a homecoming and a milestone. Fresh from global success with the Roundup franchise and his Marvel turn in Eternals, Lee says, "I'm thrilled that this project, which I've been developing for years with AGBO, is finally moving into production. Tygo brings a distinctly Korean identity into the global Extraction universe. We can't wait to unleash its explosive energy on audiences worldwide." The film also brings in Jin-uk, whose international breakout expanded thanks to Squid Game and Sweet Home. Reflecting on where he now finds himself positioned within the franchise, he shares, "As a fan of the Extraction franchise, it's a great honor for me to join this universe. I'm especially excited and grateful to be working with Don, whom I've always admired, and with Lisa as well. I'll do my very best to present a film that lives up to your expectations." Lisa makes her feature debut, and she's leaping straight into action. Perhaps the biggest talking point here is the casting of Lalisa Manobal, who made her acting debut in The White Lotus Season 3 and now steps into her first major film role. Of course, she's also known globally as a member of the blockbuster K-pop group Blackpink, which gives her film debut an extra layer of worldwide attention. In her own words, "I'm so honored to be a part of this project and grateful for the opportunity to work alongside such incredible actors. Being in an action movie has always been a dream of mine, so for my film debut to be such an exciting project feels very special." Behind the scenes, an international ensemble with something to prove. The film is written by Cha Woo-jin and directed by Lee Sang-young, the filmmaker behind The Roundup and The Roundup. No Way Out, the exact titles that helped cement Don Lee's global action credentials. The producing roster is sprawling, with Big Punch Pictures, AGBO, Nova Filming and BNC Group all involved, alongside the Russo brothers, Angela Russo-Otstadt, Michael Disco, Albert J. Kim, Won Ki-choi, and Chris S. Lee. Angela Russo-Otstadt summed up the creative crossover at play. "We're thrilled to explore the world of Extraction through a South Korean lens, teaming up with legendary action star Don Lee and visionary director Lee Sang-young, whose dynamic choreography exemplifies the world-class craft of Korean cinema. Together, we proudly welcome Lisa, a truly multi-talented global phenomenon, and Jin-uk, one of Korea's most charismatic and versatile actors, to lead our cast alongside Don. We're also grateful to continue our creative partnership with Netflix. Tygo marks our 9th collaboration and reflects our shared commitment to bold, global storytelling." Choi Won-ki, CEO of Nova Film, emphasized the scope. "Behind Tygo stands a team of seasoned filmmakers and an exceptional cast from Korea and Hollywood, brought together by the global entertainment service Netflix to reach viewers worldwide." BNC Group's Chris S. Lee echoed the sentiment. "This represents the culmination of years of passion and persistence with our partners at AGBO, a bold, career-driven film built from the ground up with a global vision. From inception, We set out to unite world-class talent from all over the world, and this collaboration has surpassed every expectation. The universe expands, on the big screen and beyond. Netflix is clearly bullish on the franchise. The streamer earlier this year announced an 8-episode Extraction series, led by Omar Sy and featuring Natalie Dormer, Ed Speleers, Boyd Holbrook, May Kalamoy, and Walid Zwaita. The show shifts the action to Libya, following Sy's mercenary as he navigates hostels, political factions, and a mission soaked in moral ambiguity. With Glenn Motsara, The Shield, The Walking Dead, as showrunner and Extraction director Sam Hargrave executive producing, the series signals Netflix's clear intention. Extraction is no longer a film one-off, it's the foundation of a wider action world. That context makes Tygo feel even more like a deliberate expansion rather than a side story. Between the series and this new feature, Netflix is effectively testing how many corners of the globe the brand can stretch into, and what kind of filmmaking identities it can absorb along the way. The Takeaway. A Korean-led revenge thriller anchored by Don Lee is already an enticing proposition. Add Lee Jin-uk, Lisa's film debut, and a creative team blending Korean precision with AGBO's blockbuster instincts, and Tygo stands as one of the most intriguing moves the Extraction franchise has made yet. If Hemsworth's films kicked the door open, this might be the chapter that shows just how big the room really is.